Ladies and gentlemen, this is Soap Boxing Podcast, your main event of the evening.
Well, what kind of credentials do you have, or what kind of training do you have to do what you do? And your answer was, I've been doing this my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So tell us about that. Because you served in the Army, right?
Say that again.
You served in the service?
No.
No.
But my coaches, you know, I had the coaches who understood that I had the talent, but you know, there's some technical things that I had to do to get that, and I had to have that desire to get better, and I struggled with that, like I said earlier, to figure out what they were trying to ask me to do, and that's been my whole entire life as even a track and field athlete. You know, trying to compete with the best in the world. I mean, guys like Carl Lewis, the top runners and top jumpers. And when it comes to boxing and track and field, all the sports that are around today, they are a spinoff of running and jumping. And the only thing when I look at boxing, I see every event in track and field. You're using your arms, you're using your legs, you're breathing, you're learning how to breathe, you're learning how to relax, you have to be explosive. So they'll say, when I got in the game, but they're like, oh, you're a track and field dude, what are you going to do? I said, I'll tell you what I will do. I know biomechanics, because I was an athlete, and the U.S. Olympic Committee will break the jumps down, or break it down biomechanically. So I know the movements of the body. I know every fucking jump that you can name. I've done it. And when I look at boxing, and I say that boxing, I believe boxing, there's a lot of stuff that boxing still has to learn, right? Even as it pertains to teaching an athlete the small things like pushing off the back foot when you throw a jab. That's your power. That's your weight, right? And in track and field, when I would long jump, they had at the end of my jump, there's a step called the penultimate step. It's like before you make a soccer goal, you know, you make a move, you gather yourself technically, and because you don't just run and kick the ball.
Right.
You if you slow it down, the body stops. And that's the penultimate, which is a step, right? And in boxing, even the world champions, I tell Regis a lot, do the technical things, right? So all of that stuff combined, I've been doing it. So if I see a fighter throwing a hook, I don't tell them how to throw no punches. I just work on the mechanics. So I could say that with confidence. I'm not going to tell them how to throw. I don't have that IQ. I don't have none of that shit. I don't even know how to tie the gloves. You know what I'm saying? I stay in my lane, but my lane is all the technical stuff that fighters take for granted. And I consider, because I was that athlete who had to be very, very technical in jumping, running off the long jump board, driving the arm up, doing everything I need to do technically to get a good jump. And I actually believe I was in the wrong fucking sport. If I was a boxer, I'd have been world champion. Because you're not going to beat me. Man to man, head up, and track and field, I struggled, bro, because I was like, I can't stop this motherfucker from running faster than me because he in a different lane. Right. You know, my mind used to be killing me. I'm like, I can't, like if Carl Lewis jumped 28 feet, I want to go do the same thing. But guess what? My aggression has to be controlled. So if I come down the runway like we all did, trying to whip him, we fuck up. We foul. You step over the board. So you have to learn how to harness that aggression to be real finesse, you know, as a finesse way and relax and explode. And we don't get it. But in boxing, you lace some gloves up and you got to beat me. I should have been a boxer or a tennis player because you're not beating me. You're not doing it. So when I say all my life, I've been fighting and scrapping all my life, man. You know, even coming up in New Jersey, you couldn't just walk around the neighborhood and not get into shit. It was a part of living. You know, if you got your ass whipped, you got it the next day and did it again until you won. So God knew me around this sport. I've always liked the sport, and my ideal with the Olympics would be going for track and field, right? Decades competing. Here I am, have Olympic boxers like Virginia. I'll be going to Tokyo, wherever we're going to have it for fucking boxing. I'm thinking, this wasn't my plan, you know? So I've been living as an athlete.
People plan, bro, but God is the best of planners. Look, you hit a nail on the head, Evans, and it's even more so why we fit together, because and Manny will tell you, you know, we get boxers come in the gym and they built like a brick shit house. They punch in the bag as hard as they can, and they all, I see them all doing this shit. They try to see if I'm looking, right? If I'm, because they want me to train them. And I tell, you know, anybody, well, all that don't make a fuck when it comes to fighting, because I learned as a kid, and to this day, I use the same prescription for everybody. Quentin probably could spit it verbatim. Certainly Robert Redmond could spit it verbatim. Danger, Manny. I say, if a kid has some drive and some character, I'll teach him how to fight. That's my job, is teaching them how to fight. What I can't do, right, is have an Evins Tobler and the coach says, your skills ain't met up yet. He wasn't saying you suck. In fact, he was saying, motherfucker, keep plugging, because you're going to get it. Now, the drive will make a trainer see I'm not wasting my time. Now,
absolutely,
we getting some sparring and you get your ass kicked, and I see you at the gym the next day. Now we got some character, because he wants to be like you. This motherfucker beat me at the long jump. Fuck that. So you give me them two elements, I'm gonna teach you how to box, man. That shit, that's just what to pick out the right guys. Yeah. Regardless to the world seeing it, I don't give a fuck about the world. If the world knew, everybody could make champions, but they can't. So when you take a Quentin Randall, who was built just like me as a kid, and he's long and stringy, well, according to this Houston style of fighting, oh, he won't do shit. We don't do Houston style of fighting. In fact, we whoop it. So come on, I'm gonna show you what to do. And that kid had the drive and the character to accomplish everything he did. I'm just holding the remote at the right time. He's doing all the fucking fighting. So same thing with Robert Redmond. Robert Redmond came to me. I didn't build him, but he's a completely different fighter now. He'll sit there and go, damn, coach, I wish somebody, hey, it ain't my fault, motherfucker, you didn't walk in till when you walked in. But I seen this kid was gonna work, man, every fucking day. And then I seen he's going, man, I'm a professional, man. I'm an undefeated professional, man. When the fuck I'm gonna fight? You ain't gonna fight for me like this, so whatever. That takes character for a kid to keep coming, driving from fucking Humble every day to Katie and saying, all right, coach, you got the fucking joystick, man. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hit this bag and shit. And that kid knows, and that's been proven with him. That kid knows I'm gonna protect him. That kid knows I'm not gonna lie to him. That kid knows if I say we shouldn't do this, The answer is no. If I say we should do this, we need to go do it. You got to build them type of relationships. But what your trainer said was exactly what my daddy said, who was born in 1923. So the shit ain't changed. From him, it's just different words. Your coach said walk, and walk is drive. I want to keep going. I want to keep going. Yeah, you motherfuckers say I suck. I came in fourth place, but fuck you and fuck everybody else. Let's go, let's go, let's go.